Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of That Went Well. I am excited that you once again clicked on that video and let it start. I have been at this YouTube thing now for a little while, and I said I would do this a few episodes ago, and I thought, I never got around to doing it, so I probably should. And that is, I was going to share the meaning behind a phrase that you hear me say in every single episode of That Went Well. And if you're someone who listens to my podcast, you know that I've been doing this and using this phrase on most of my podcasts for quite a while now. When I conclude an episode, be it a podcast, for instance, my movie podcast, Reel to Real Talk, or this project, That Went Well, I made a decision a while back to always use the phrase, you're awesome, you're amazing, and the world's a better place because you are in it. And it's not just a throwaway phrase. In fact, it's very meaningful to me. And so I thought I'd share where it came from in the next few minutes, and just sort of take a little bit of time off from tasting stuff for you, although that will continue. But today I just wanted to give you a glimpse into my heart and why that phrase is so meaningful for me. So meaningful, in fact, that I actually had it tattooed onto me. This is my podcast logo. I use this particular logo in both my regular podcasts in the past. The Random Riff is where it started. I use a version of it for Reel to Real Talk. And as you can see, this is the audio clip of the phrase I'm talking about. When I would edit the audio versions of my podcast, I would notice that that clip would always look the same, and I loved it. And I thought that would make a great tattoo, because the audio clip is of the phrase, you're awesome, you're amazing, and the world's a better place because you're in it. And I say that phrase because I want it to be the last thing that I say to folks from my projects. Because number one, I don't know how you're feeling. I don't know what you've gone through. But what I do know is that for good or not, meaning if you've had a great day or if you haven't, you've chosen to take a listen to one of the things that I do, whether it's the wrestling podcast, the Three Dudes of Doom, or the movie show, or this project on YouTube. You have taken time out of your day to take a moment to spend with me, and I'm very appreciative of that. It's also of an important phrase to me because I have in my life known people who have decided that suicide is the only way out, and I always want to use my platforms to encourage people to remember that if you are someone in need, there are those of us who are in need of helping others. If you are someone who is struggling, I'm a click away, and I don't mean watching my videos. If you're watching this, then it's probably because you know me on social media, and we can be mere acquaintances. And this guy will tell you that I will read what you send me. I will welcome a phone call or a Zoom or whatever in these times of changing communication styles. And I'll listen. I won't always have good advice, or that didn't sound right. I may not always have the best advice or the accurate thing to say, but I'll listen. And I'll do my best to relate to what it is that you're struggling with. And I'll be thankful because you will have trusted me with your heart and your feelings. And so I try to figure out a way, how do I get this message out? This message that people sometimes need to hear, that they're valuable, that they're worthy, that they should feel that they are worth what they are. And that is a high value, high worth person. I mean, I don't care who you are. You're worth something. And you may not think so. You may not believe it. but there are those of us that do. And so I wanted to take a moment to film this and step outside of the Sergio that you guys see on these videos and in these shows and on the road or whatever the case might be, and just say, listen, whatever you're going through, find someone, reach out, or better yet, don't be surprised if I reach out to you. You know, there's a lot of things that people say, and I'm not an expert, so I don't know what all the answers are, or how to do everything. But I know it's easy to tell people, hey, reach out if you need, and I know that's not always the right thing for, you know, everybody. All of us are built different. But I promise to make an effort. I promise to you know, to set myself aside and listen and be there as best I can. I don't care if you're around the world, on the other side of the world. There are those of us who love you and who want to hear from you. And so if you are on a place or in a place where you find yourself questioning your self-worth and your value, let us be the ones to take you through that and walk with you. Help us to help you by letting us remind you what an amazing person you are. And it may not seem like it right now. Believe me, I've been there. I have gone through phases in my life where I'm like, what am I doing? Am I bringing worth? Am I being, you know, I don't always feel it. But I know that there are people I can turn to, and I know that there are people who will listen. And I know there will be people who will come up to me and go, hey, talk to me. Talk to me. My friend Catherine McConnell, who has appeared often in my shows in the past, taught me a phrase. She's a licensed professional counselor. And she taught me a phrase, and when I say taught me, she said it to me, and it resonated. And she said, you have to remember to be gentle with yourself. And man, those words spoke volumes into my heart. And I have tried to remember that daily, because I go through struggles. Not daily, but often. And when I find myself being tough on myself, I hear those words and I hear her sweet voice when she says, be gentle with yourself. And so I encourage you to do the same. I don't have a script for this one. I really do. But much more so on this episode, I don't have a script. I'm just going off of my stream of conscience, my heart. You're awesome, you're amazing, and the world's a better place because you're in it isn't just a tagline. It isn't something that I say because that's how I end my shows. It's something I believe. You're awesome. Sometimes you just don't remember that. Sometimes you don't know it because no one said it to you. Well, let me be that person. You're awesome. You're amazing. It may not feel like it right now, but myself and others have seen that in you. And so you're amazing, whether you think so or not. And when I say the world's a better place because you're in it, it's not just to say nice words. It's to remind you that, selfishly, you're part of my world. And when I go to bed at night, I'm thankful for you. And I wake up in the morning, I'm looking for you. You know, a lot of people, I'm not judging, but a lot of people don't have the same view of social media that I do. I connect, even if it's just to follow. And what I mean by that is there are people that I look for on Facebook to see what they're posting throughout the day. I wish those darn algorithms would help me to see more people. And sometimes I go and I find you and I put see first on you. And you don't even know it. But I do it because you bring value into my life. And so when I say the world's a better place because you're in it, I mean it. And so when I go to bed at night and I wake up in the morning, my hope is that you're still there. And I look for you. And it's just as simple as that. You're awesome. You're amazing. And the world's a better place because you're in it. So now you guys know what my heart is when it comes to that phrase. I've gone on now for about 10 and a half minutes. I just am thankful that I can sow some smiles into your lives by these videos. And I hope with all my heart that if ever there's a need, and you know, when you feel alone, that you'll think of me and just shoot me a note and let's talk. Let's talk. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for this opportunity to share my heart with you. And with that, you guys know the drill. Subscribe. Well, that's not important. The message is what's important. And the message is you're awesome, you're amazing, and the world's a better place because you're in it. We'll see you next time.